Long ago, when the world was still void of magic, a goddess took pity upon its inhabitants and blessed them with magic. Except the humans who, as legends tells, said that a giant half-naked lady isn't what we call trustworthy. So you're nice and all, but you can keep your thing. We have rocks and fire, and that's way better than what you can offer. They basically told a goddess to go screw herself. The frequent rain and overall bad weather near big human-populated cities are the consequences of making a goddess cry and get over-conscious about her appearance. Still, according to legends, said an old elf to younger elves. So, that's the explanation for the humans' complete inability to use magic? Are they cursed? Asked an elf. Well, I wouldn't exactly say cursed. It's more like the concept of magic doesn't exist for them. The goddess, Maya, isn't petty or cruel. She just didn't give them the boon of magic, as they refused. And she cried after, answered the old elf. So they can't use spells? How are they still there then? Well, to be accurate, they don't exist on the arcanic plane. So pure magic doesn't affect them. If you were to throw a ball of pure mana to a human, it would just pass through them without any effect. The other day I saw a human get a fireball thrown at her, but she caught on fire. Aren't they supposed to be immune to spells? No. They are immune to magic, as in archaic phenomenons. Spells aren't pure magic. Spells use mana to produce a result, often an artificial phenomenon, like throwing a fireball, which affects the physical and the arcanic plane. Globally speaking, the more a spell affects the physical plane, the more mana you need. And as you know, the best mages use very little mana to cast their spells. You now have the explanation. Their spells are mostly on the arcanic plane, if not completely. So, you mean that novice mages are more dangerous to humans than expert mages? Well, actually yes. An expert mage casts instinctively, and unconsciously cast near-perfect spells, so they have to do a mental effort to dirty their spells, which is very draining. So, it would mean that I'm better than you at fighting humans? Ho ho! Just because it's easier for you to cast poor-quality spells doesn't mean that the human will just accept it. Beginners have a hard time casting quickly, because the imaging of the spell requires concentration. Humans yell profanities or random things when their enemy is casting, as a way to break focus or disrupt the imaging. Believe me, you don't want to cast a fireball only to hear "naked grandma" and summon a clone of your grandmother, naked, burning, and screaming. Sometimes when I close my eyes, I can still hear and see her.